Hi, my name is Reed Mayers, and today I will be giving a psychological analysis on the character of Jerry Lundergaard from the movie Fargo. So let's start by looking at who Jerry is and how he's important to the film. Jerry is a family man. He has one son and a wife, and they live in the suburbs of Minnesota. And Jerry works as a car salesman to support his family. And well, everything looks like good on the outside. He has a great family life. He has gotten into severe debt somehow that the movie doesn't mention. And instead of going to his very rich father in law to try and get out of this debt, Jerry decides to go to extreme measures to try to pay off his debt, which include embezzling money from his car dealership and trying to hire someone to kidnap his wife in order to get a large ransom from his father in law. So, the diagnosis that I have given to Jerry is avoidant personality disorder, which falls under a cluster C personality disorder in the DSM 5. And essentially, what this is someone that is scared of rejection in social interaction, has overall feelings of inadequacy, and views himself as socially inept, which can really play a big factor in intimate relationships and really harm these intimate relationships and can overall just have people worry about rejection and criticism and really limit their social interactions. So the first symptom that Jerry exhibits is the fear of criticism and rejection. This can be seen in the movie when he refuses to ask his father-in-law for money. And when he's in debt, instead of explaining to his father-in-law how he got into debt and just revealing to him the problems that he's having, Jerry wants to live up to these high expectations that his father-in-law set. So he goes around his father-in-law and he tries to get his own wife kidnapped instead, so that he can get a ransom instead of just asking, which is shows this fear of criticism and rejection that Jerry has towards his father-in-law and others in the movie. The next symptom that Jerry exhibits was he views himself as socially inept. This can be seen through his poor job as a salesman. When Jerry makes sales and customers get mad at him, you can see him just hang his head because he knows, one, he's trying to raise the price on them unnecessarily, and two, he's not doing a good job as a salesman and he believes that he's not capable of being a good salesman. So another example of this is when he's questioned by Marge, the police officer. She comes into his office twice, and the first time he lies to her, and then the second time, instead of just continuing his lie, he believes he's not socially capable of lying well. So he decides to just run away and flee from the scene, which in the long run is a terrible decision, but because he views himself as socially inept, he thinks this is the best option. And then one symptom that Jerry doesn't really exhibit is his occupation. So a symptom of avoidant personality disorder is someone with this disorder will typically have a job that doesn't involve much social interaction, and Jerry works as a salesman, which is about the exact opposite of that. It involves a lot of social interaction, a lot of talking with people, trying to sell cars to people, and that doesn't really fit with the avoidant personality disorder criteria. So, what would the best treatment be for Jerry? And I think the best treatment would be client-centered therapy, which is where a therapist would sit down and talk with Jerry and try to boost his confidence, essentially try to show him that he is as good as everybody else and he doesn't need to worry about this criticism or rejection. That's something that everybody faces in life, and it's not that he's inferior, it's just a part of life. And this could allow Jerry to gain confidence in his social abilities, and the long term result would be Jerry gaining confidence in social situations, beginning to act more normal, and he would kind of slowly stop this fear of criticism or rejection, and his intimate relationships would grow deeper. And then some of the potential problems with this is that Jerry could only feel this comfortable level with his therapist, and it wouldn't translate to the outside world. He could still feel these expectations from his father-in-law and things like that. So an alternate solution would be the cognitive behavioral treatment, which is where a therapist asks the patient why they're thinking the way they do, along with, and it also kind of combines it with the idea of building Jerry up. So this would offer Jerry to really think about why he feels he's inferior, and the therapist to offer long-term solutions to this problem. So, is this disease portrayed accurately in the movie? For the most part, I think it is. I think Fargo shows Jerry really fearing the rejection of his father-in-law and of his wife for not being able to financially support her. And then I think some aspects are not represented as well, such as Jerry's behavior in the workplace, where he's very outgoing and tries to sell things vigorously. And then what does this look like in real life? I think Fargo provides a pretty good example. One thing that I would say is that many people in real life wouldn't make these really bold decisions, like trying to have his wife kidnapped. I think is something that a lot of people with avoidant personality disorder wouldn't go to. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much.